The Aaron Rodgers saga is continuing in Green Bay. And if you're a fan of the Packers, the news is not good. In relationships, whether it be a business or personal relationship, the power always lies with the party who cares less. I always give personal relationship examples when we're talking about something like what we're going to talk about today. But today, I'm going to change it up. I'm going to give you a business example. Maybe you can relate to this. Let's say you have been working at a company for 5 years, 6 years, however long. Over that time, you've never been given a raise. You've been treated poorly by your job. Small levels of frustration have mounted up over time. Then suddenly, a cataclysmic event happens. In the middle of tough economic times, maybe even like last year during a pandemic, the company decides to cut your pay. Instead of just sitting around and moping about it, you go out and you start a side business to make up for the lost money. Next thing you know, your side business is paying you more money than your employer. You have set yourself up in a situation where you no longer need your employer. So they start to panic. They start trying to make things right. They give you the money back that they took from you the year before when they cut your pay. They begin to treat you better. They are doing everything in their power to make things right, to right the ship, so to speak. Why are they doing that? Because the power in the relationship has shifted. The company no longer has the power over you. You have the power because you don't need them anymore. That's exactly what's happened in Green Bay between Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. The organization, the Packers, they have no power. They have no control in this situation. Aaron Rodgers holds all the cards. He was interviewed by Kenny Mayne on ESPN Monday night. Kenny Mayne's last day at ESPN. And you could just tell if you watched, Aaron Rodgers is done. He is over it. It looked to me like he has nothing left to give to the Green Bay Packers. He wants to move on, and there's nothing that the Packers can do to sway his opinion. It looked to me like Aaron Rodgers is mentally checked out. He mentioned that he has an issue with the philosophy in Green Bay. When he says philosophy, he's talking about the Green Bay front office. More specifically, Packers general manager Brian Gutekunst, whose name I constantly botch on this channel. I'm trying to get it right, but I never do. But of course, Aaron Rodgers has an issue with the philosophy in Green Bay. I've been telling you this the entire offseason. The Packers' philosophy is to move on from their legendary quarterback before his skill set starts to decline. Aaron Rodgers is not stupid. There's a lot of words that you could use to describe Aaron Rodgers: stubborn, opinionated, great. Stupid is not one of them. He knew last year exactly what the Packers were trying to do. Oh, of course, they're playing nice, trying to appease him. All the while, they are planning to get him out of town the first time they have a chance. The Packers front office, they want the best of both worlds. They are trying to replicate what they did with Brett Favre. The problem is, or one of the problems anyway, just doesn't work like that. When you're talking about the quarterback position in the NFL, you can only commit to one quarterback. Can't be two. It's got to be a monogamous relationship, not a love triangle. The Packers are trying to commit to two quarterbacks at the same time. They are trying, like I said, to replicate the Brett Favre transition. They want Aaron Rodgers to play one more season in Green Bay, hopefully win another Super Bowl. Then they want to start life with Jordan Love next year. But Aaron Rodgers is not having it. He is determined to not let what happened to Brett Favre happen to him. People tend to forget. Brett Favre led the Packers to the NFC Championship game his final season in Green Bay. They were 13-3 that year back in 2007, his final year. None of that mattered. None of that success mattered. The Packers had already made up their mind. They were going with Aaron Rodgers in 2008. The Packers know that Jordan Love is not ready right now. They also know if they can't fix this damaged relationship with Aaron Rodgers, they're at risk of losing Davante Adams, who's the only real threat at receiver that they have on the roster. There were a couple of moments during the interview on ESPN where, in my opinion, it made it clear that Aaron Rodgers is completely done with the Packers. One was when Kenny Mayne asked if he was going to demand a trade. Now, there were several ways that Aaron Rodgers could have handled this question. If he wanted to stay in Green Bay, he could have said something along the lines of, I want to finish my career here in Green Bay, but right now the future's up in the air. Or he could have said that, I hope we can come to terms on a new contract. Instead, Aaron Rodgers pulled a crafty political move and completely dodged the question. Here's his response. Quote, with my situation, it's never been about the draft pick. I love Jordan. He's a great kid. I love the coaching staff. I love my teammates. Love the fan base in Green Bay. An incredible 16 years. It's just kind of about philosophy and maybe forgetting that it is about the people that make things go. It's about character. It's about culture. It's about doing things the right way, end quote. A couple of things to unpack here. One, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is being 100% truthful with this one thing, because it is about drafting Jordan Love. Now, that doesn't mean he has an issue with Jordan Love, but the Packers drafting him was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. And two, in that quote, did you notice that Aaron Rodgers praised everybody except the Packers front office? Praised his teammates, praised the coaching staff, said he has no issue with Jordan Love, said it's been an incredible 16 years in Green Bay, loves the Packers fans. He mentioned everyone involved in the organization except anybody in the front office. More specifically, Brian Gutekunst. He basically insinuated that the front office has forgotten who has put the Packers in the situation that they're in today. He calls out their character and essentially says that the way they've handled him has been the wrong way, which is something that I have been saying here on the channel from the very beginning. The Packers have completely screwed up this situation with Aaron Rodgers. They have given the blueprint to every team in the NFL on how not to handle your aging legendary quarterback. The Patriots screwed up the same way with Tom Brady a couple of years ago. You want to know how to handle a legendary quarterback nearing retirement? Copy what Sean Payton, Mickey Loomis, and the New Orleans Saints did with Drew Brees. That is how you handle it. Should Drew Brees have retired a couple of years ago? Sure. You can make that case. You could make the case that he's actually held the Saints back offensively the past couple of years. Couldn't throw the deep ball anymore. Everything was 10, 15 yards and up. He lost his arm strength. He battled injuries the last couple of years. My point is, Sean Payton could have made the decision to move on from Drew Brees, but he didn't. Why? Because Sean Payton and the Saints know who brought them to the dance. Without Drew Brees, fans in the Superdome are still wearing bags over their head. Without Drew Brees, who knows where Sean Payton would be today? Drew Brees deserved to go out on his terms. And Aaron Rodgers, he feels like he deserves the same respect from the Packers. And you know what? He's absolutely right. The way the Packers have handled this has been disrespectful to Aaron Rodgers. Now, my last point to the quote from Rodgers that I referenced a few minutes ago, it almost sounded like a farewell speech. I love you guys in Green Bay. It's been a great 16 years, but it's time to move on. The fact of the matter is, it is rare, even for legendary players, to retire with the team that drafted them. There comes a point where the organization gets caught in a situation like the Packers are in right now. Your quarterback's still playing at a high level, but at some point, his skills are going to diminish, and you have to prepare for life without him. But it's all about how you handle that situation. You can choose two paths. The paths that the Saints took, where they allowed Drew Brees to leave on his terms, while having Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston waiting in the wings, being up front with Drew Brees the entire time about it, or you can handle it like the Packers, who have refused to listen to Aaron Rodgers' request for help at receiver the last 2 years, who drafted his replacement last year without so much as a heads up to what their plans were, and who now find themselves in a situation where they have completely lost control, and they don't have the ability to determine the outcome. I don't know about you guys. I choose the Saints' path in that scenario. Aaron Rodgers has earned the right to end his career the way that he wants. He wanted to end his career in Green Bay, but the Packers have screwed it up so badly that that's no longer an option. The best thing for both Aaron Rodgers and the Packers at this point is to part ways. It's as simple as that. He doesn't want to be there. And you don't want this to have a negative impact on the development of Jordan Love. He's already going to have enough pressure on him stepping in Aaron Rodgers' shoes. There is no need in making the start of his career any more difficult than it's already going to be. All right, time for you guys to let me know what you think. What did you guys think of Aaron Rodgers' interview on ESPN? Is there any way at this point that he returns to Green Bay this season? Sound off in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys tomorrow.